Hello everybody, I'm Jeremy and thanks for tuning in to the Outpost RV. Today we're going to take a look at the Palomino SS 1240. The 1240 is compatible on half-ton trucks, 3/4-ton trucks, or 1-ton trucks, and it will work on a 6.5 or an 8-foot bed. On the outside, we do stock it with the cool gray gel coat. It is got an extra layer of protection on it of the fiberglass, as opposed to the performance glass, which comes in white, where you can actually see the fibers of the gel in the fiberglass itself. You'll notice there are no door latches underneath on this door. It is a friction hinge door. It is designed to open and just leave it open wherever it is, and it's also designed to withstand up to 20 miles an hour of wind. There is an integrated shade on the window as well, and a nice oversized grab handle that you can close as an extra layer of protection as you're traveling down the road in case the door opens up on you. There's a porch light with a switch underneath, and beside that you'll notice a black box that is pre-wired for an observation camera. That camera would allow you to see behind you the entire time as you're going down the road. They are LED lights in the back with backup lights as well. Moving over here on this side, they do come with 4 manual jacks. There is a hand crank as well as an adapter for a cordless screw gun, so you can lower it and raise it that way as well. And actually also to note on these can also be upgraded to electric jacks. They are all pre-wired. When you see this little port on each side, that is the pre-wire for the electric jack. So we would just replace the head and rewire things on the inside for the brain as well. Over here you do have a 20-pound LP tank, which is filled by the Outpost RV. And right above that is your roof latch. There is going to be 1 on each corner, 2 up front and 2 in the back, where you would run the roof all the way down, latch that on, and then there are safety pins to put in for traveling down the road. Underneath here can be closed off for storage in this compartment if you have a short bed truck. If you have an 8-foot bed truck, you would not be able to close that off for extra storage. You do have 110 outlets right here, an outside shower with hot and cold water. And then this little guy right here is actually for your sink. So there is no holding tank for the sink. The water runs right outside. You can hook a garden hose up to it and run it into a 5-gallon bucket, or let it drain into a bucket as well. Here's your furnace vent for a 20,000 BTU furnace on the inside to keep you plenty warm, even in the winter months. And this is an on-demand water heater. So it is tankless, it is gas only, and 60% more efficient than the gas electric ones that we used to run. These 2 vents here are for your refrigerator on the inside. I'll cover that a little bit more on the inside, but it is a 3-way refrigerator with a little condensation tube hanging out. You want to make sure that it's hanging out to let the condensation run outside. Up here is your detachable power cord. It is a 25-foot detachable power cord that comes with it. It's a 30-amp connection. Directly below that is your city water connection and your fresh water. Your city water is designed when you're hooked up at a campground. Your water hose would connect directly to the camper. Underneath, the fresh water is to fill your freshwater tank on the camper itself for when you're boondocking or if you're not going to have a water source at your campsite. And you'll also notice this would be the front latch on this side. And moving up front here, you do have 1 more pre-wire for the electric jack up front here. And this is a female 7-way port right here. It'd be the same thing that you have on the back of your truck. So there's a 7-way cord, double male, that comes with it. It would plug in here and then also run all the way down the side of the camper and plug into the back of your truck. That is what's going to give lights to the truck, or to the camper itself, and that will also charge your battery as you're going down the road. Now also note, whenever this is plugged into your truck and your truck is running, that will charge your battery, and it will also charge your battery when you're plugged into 110 at a campsite, or 30 amp when you're plugged in. Right here you have a 12-volt cutoff switch. When you turn that off, it kills all power to the battery to prevent your battery from draining on you. And underneath that is another solar prep. So if you have a portable solar panel, you can alligator clip it on there and keep your battery charged and maintained. And this is just a holder for your 7-way cord, so you can hang it in there. So if you're at a Walmart parking lot or you're camping somewhere where you're not going to be plugged in, we do recommend unplugging your 7-way from the camper. If not, and your battery dies on the camper, it will start drawing power from the battery on the truck, which could drain your truck battery as well. There are 4-inch bumpers up front here to keep the camper away from the bed of your truck. And we also have a battery vent up front here. There is room on the inside for one deep cycle marine battery. And moving around front, you'll see a couple clearance lights up top. And over here, we just have one more manual jack. And then we do have an emergency exit window over here. Down here at the very bottom, you'll notice the magnetic catches on the door, which are nice. And that is just another open compartment that you could close off for storage if you have a short bed truck. You would not be able to close that off if you have an 8-foot bed truck. And then in the very back here, this is your sewer dump for the toilet inside, your black tank with the black handle. So you would pull that up and it would actually dump right out the back here. So that's where you would connect your sewer hose. And that completes the outside video. Now we'll move to the inside. All right, and moving on the inside, we're gonna start with the roof lift system. There is an on-off switch. It is an electric lift system. So you'd have it on and then the up and down button there to run the roof all the way up and all the way down. You can shut it off when you're traveling or once the roof's all the way up so no one bumps the switch to accidentally run it up and down. And I'm going to step inside here and show you on the roof lift system, there's actually 4 different motors that run the roof itself. And there's a limiter on each motor. So when that one's all the way up, it will stop and the others will continue to go until they're all the way up as well. You'll also notice we have the vent fan going, if you can hear that above the bed. The purpose of that, we have it turned on and the vent cranked open. And in just a second, I'm going to close the door behind me, and you're going to notice the canvas that kind of pulls itself in as that fan is creating a suction to pull it in so you can run the roof down a little bit easier that way, and the canvas doesn't get pinched. So I'm going to go ahead and close the door. And you'll see it pulling in. And again, that helps keep the canvas tucked nice and on the inside so it doesn't pinch as you're lowering the roof down. And I won't lower the roof all the way down just for the sake of time in this video. All right, and in the back of the camper, you'll notice as you walk in on your left-hand side, there's a nice countertop space right there, a shelf, and also a cabinet right below that with some good storage. On the right-hand side as you walk in would actually be the toilet. The door has 2 different hinges on it. The hinge in the front is to actually hinge the door in half. And this one over here is to open the door completely. So when you open the door, that actually allows you more leg room on the inside. And the toilet sits back there with some nice storage directly behind it. And a little countertop as well. Over here you have some nice overhead storage again. You also have your emergency exit window that's right above the dinette. And your dinette, which you can seat comfortably. You can also turn this dinette into a bed, which is actually 6 feet. So you could sleep another adult down here. In the very bottom, underneath the table leg, there is more storage. That carpeted piece does lift up. And down below, you have a 110 outlet. You also have your carbon monoxide detector and your breaker box and fuse box. And the little switch to the right is for your water pump. In front of the bed, these doors do fold down for a little bit of storage on the inside. And to your right, you have your thermostat for the furnace and a USB charging port. Up front in the bed, you do have a 60 by 80 residential queen mattress. You also have foot locker storage on both sides of the bed that offers some nice deep storage. And then right above the bed is going to be that fantastic fan that has the different speeds that helps pull in the canvas on the camper itself. To the left of that, you have your refrigerator. It is a 3-way refrigerator, gas, electric, and 12 volt. You also have a nice shelf on top of that with a 110 outlet. And in the kitchen, it comes equipped with a 2-burner stove and a single bowl sink that also has a cover on it for more prep space if you're not using the sink, or it can double as a cutting board. Underneath the kitchen, you have your furnace, which is the large black box on the left. It is a 20,000 BTU furnace. And to the right of that, you have your water heater control for the on-demand water heater. And you can adjust the temperature with that box right there. And we'll get one more good look at the 1240 here. Thank you for watching the video today. Feel free to contact myself or Henry at 866-338-9845. Thanks and have a good day.